We've all been there. Your heart is pounding. Your face is hot. You're locked in a stupid argument about politics with an uncle, or about a deadline with your boss, or about who really left the milk out with your partner. And you have that feeling, that burning need to be right, to win, to crush their point and stand victorious on a pile of their flawed logic. Here's the truth. You're playing the wrong game. We think of arguments as a battle, a zero-sum game. For me to win, you have to lose. But what does winning an argument actually look like? Does it look like the other person storming out of the room? Does it look like them being reduced to tears? Does it look like them just falling silent, defeated, while you're the last one talking? Congratulations. You won. You also just damaged a relationship. You just created resentment. You just lost all chance of future collaboration, and you probably didn't even change their mind. You just bullied them into silence. The easiest way to win an argument isn't to have the loudest voice or the sharpest insult. The easiest way is to never have a fight in the first place. Today, I'm going to show you how to win every argument. Not by defeating your opponent, but by changing the rules of the game so that you both win. And it all starts by understanding what's happening in your own brain. The moment you feel attacked, your brain's alarm system, the amygdala, takes over. This is the fight or flight response. It floods your body with adrenaline and cortisol. Your blood pressure spikes, your pupils dilate. Your rational brain, the prefrontal cortex, goes completely offline. You are, in that moment, a caveman facing a saber-toothed tiger. You are not a rational person. You cannot win anything in this state. You can only fight. So the first rule is simple. Do nothing. The next time you feel that flash of anger, that defensive spike, you are going to pause for 3 full seconds. Just 3 seconds. In that time, do 2 things. 1. Take 1 deep breath. This manually calms your nervous system. 2. Unclench your body. Unclench your jaw. Uncross your arms. Drop your shoulders. This isn't for them. This is for you. You are physically telling your brain that there is no saber-toothed tiger. You are pulling your rational mind back online. You've just diffused your own bomb. Now you can diffuse theirs. The biggest mistake people make in an argument is that they listen for flaws. They're not listening to understand. They're listening for a gap where they can jump in and make their own point. The person talking to you can feel this. It feels like you're just reloading your weapon. So they just talk louder and get angrier. You're going to do the opposite. You are going to use 2 techniques used by FBI hostage negotiators. They are mirroring and labeling. Mirroring is incredibly simple. You just repeat the last 1 to 3 words they said. That's it. It sounds almost too simple, but here's what it does. It shows the other person you are listening, and it encourages them to keep talking, to elaborate, to explain the real problem. They'll say, "Yeah, late again. I feel like I'm the only one pulling my weight around here, and I'm worried this is going to make the whole team look bad." Now you have the real problem. It's not just the deadline. It's that they feel unsupported and they're afraid of failure. Now you use the label. You give their emotion a name. Don't say "I understand." You don't. And don't say "calm down." That's like pouring gasoline on a fire. Just label the emotion. It seems like, it sounds like, it feels like. What happens is magic. The other person's brain, which is also in fight or flight, suddenly hears its own emotions spoken aloud. It makes them feel seen. It makes them feel validated. You'll see them physically change. They might sigh. They might nod. They'll say, "Yeah, I am." You have not agreed with them. You have not surrendered. You have simply turned the fight into a conversation. You've diffused their bomb. Now, and only now, can you make your point. The most destructive word in an argument is "but." I hear what you're saying, but I understand you're upset, but that's a fair point, but the word "but" invalidates everything that came before it. It's a verbal eraser. It tells the other person, "I was just pretending to listen. Now it's my turn." You are going to banish the word "but" from your vocabulary. You are going to replace it with 2 words. Yes and. Yes does not mean, "Yes, I agree with everything you've ever said." It just means, yes, I acknowledge that your perspective is real for you. Them. We have to cut the budget for this project, or we're going to miss our quarterly numbers. Bad response. But if we cut the budget, the quality will suffer and we'll lose customers. This creates a new fight. Good response. Yes. Hitting our quarterly numbers is absolutely critical, and we need to find a way to do that while also protecting the long-term quality that keeps our customers loyal. See the difference? In the first example, your opponents. In the second, your partners solving the same problem. You've just pivoted. You've taken their energy and aimed it in the same direction as your own. You've made their goal part of your goal. This makes it almost impossible for them to fight you, because you're literally on their side. But what if they get personal? What if they attack you? You're only saying that because you're lazy. You always do this. You're just disorganized. This is bait. Their caveman brain is trying to get your caveman brain to come out and fight. Don't take it. When someone attacks you personally, you are going to do one of two things: ignore it and refocus. Just let the insult fly by like a mosquito and return to the label. Them. You're just lazy. You don't want to do the extra work. You? It sounds like you're really worried about how much work this is going to be. Name the tactic. Calmly call out what they're doing and pivot back to the problem. Them. You're just disorganized. You. I'm not going to respond to personal attacks. I want to solve this project deadline. Can we go back to the budget? This shows an incredible amount of strength. You're showing them that their attacks have no power. You're the adult in the room. You're the one focused on the solution. They will almost always back down and return to the real topic, feeling slightly embarrassed. You've diffused yourself. You've diffused them. You've pivoted to a shared goal. Now you have to win. In this new game, winning means finding a solution you can both live with. You're going to frame the end of the argument as a question, not a statement. Don't say, "So we're going to do it my way." Ask, "How can we solve this?" Or, "What would a good outcome look like for both of us?" Or, "What's the first step we can agree on?" You're inviting them to co-author the solution. And when people help build the solution, they don't fight against it. They own it. This is the easiest way to win. Because the victory isn't you standing over them. The victory is that you got what you wanted, a solution to the problem, and you preserved the relationship. You turned an enemy into an ally. So let's recap. Defuse your bomb. Pause for 3 seconds. Breathe. Unclench. Use the empathy hack. Mirror their words and label their emotions. The yes and pivot. Ditch the word but. Acknowledge and add. Ignore the bait. Don't respond to personal attacks. Refocus on the problem. The collaborative close. Ask, "How can we solve this?" This takes practice. You will fail. Your caveman brain will jump out sometimes. That's fine. But if you practice this, you will find that you stop having arguments. You just have productive, problem-solving conversations. You don't win an argument by being the loudest. You don't win by being the meanest. You win by being the one who is smart enough to change the game.